Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? So I'm seeing some opportunities right now in Euro USD, and I'm going to look to try and exploit it. Now, as it stands, we had a successful day yesterday, given that we had such a crazy day for just, you know, it was just terrible price action. And quite frankly, when you get in those situations, you just say to yourself, you know what? No, thanks. I'm going to give that a skip. Okay. I shouldn't never trade those certain circumstances. But look, we live and we learn. Okay. So as it stands right now in Euro USD, I can see across the board that we've got this drift upwards by Euro with the stop and volume candle principle right here, failing to take that one mark. And quite frankly, I'm of the impression that Euro is going to look to try and come down and test the daily open with the rejection of the 50 EMA in this range. So I'm looking at the dominance of the dollar itself. And we can safely assume that the dollar dominance is coming into play right now. Now we've got this 1 minute time frame where it looks like it's going to try and come back up into these vector candle zones. 5 minute time frame shows otherwise. Now we've got the gap that's been closed here, vector zone up here in this point of control. It just looks like it wants to come back up. I just got to be very cautious with it because it's just weird price action. Bitcoin's doing okay with a creep up in price. Yeah, comes back into the vector candle zones. This is in principle where we would expect Bitcoin to hold and come up. But I've got to wait. I have to wait and see if the narrative does set for the euro to move up. Okay. So I just need to be cautious of that. Going into the chart itself, I'm starting to see resistance in this zone. Now, I could get my hands wet and just be like, okay, take a couple of stabs here and trade back into the vector candle zone right here. Maybe there could be that possibility, but I'm looking in terms of value on the actual volume profile itself. I've got a point of interest at the 099620 zone, which is where the VWAP resides, which is a previous value area low from the 24th of August, where there was a lot of interest at that point. But they've already come into that 620 zone and rejected, as you can see, look, 627, it came in, rejected that zone, all right? So I'm very reluctant to try and maybe try and place a long in this zone, but price is trading below the VWAP, the euro, and I've just got to be very cautious with the zone. I believe that we've already had an imbalance in the chart, okay? So London sees the imbalance. Remember the principle of balance, imbalance. So Hong Kong, you can see that they initiate the move up from last night. You've got another move up right here in the UK. The principle would have it that we would then start seeing another move up towards the 99700 zone, which is where the next zone, or actually the 099800 zone, is where the value area low for a couple of other, where the point of control sits, and of course another area which I just believe it's an adjusted value. Here we go. Yeah, so it's actually the 09986 zone is where the principal meets for the value. My chart right there. Get rid of that. Okay, then cool. I'm just working off trading view. All right, then. So it looks like euro wants to try and make the move higher. I've got to be very cautious with this because it could be a fake move. I need to wait and see if the test is going to be valid, because they could come up right now and then simply just reject everything. Okay. So I just need to be very cautious with this zone. Dollar dominance is trailing lower, coming back into the daily open. But ideally want to see dollar really rolling over. Just going to the higher time frames just to see if there's any surprises on the dollar dominance chart I ain't aware of. That zone right there, that zone is the zone that I'm looking at. And is dollar going to actually roll over from that point? You got dollar yen itself looking like it wants to come back after the move to the upside. USD CAD trying to come back. It's just a case of how long is it going to be for the euro to try and move back up. You got no vector candle zones in the chart right there, holding at the point of control. I've got to be very cautious with this one, guys. Because if I'm going to start putting down some size, then I need to be cautious. Wait for the true intention. Not really seeing volumes not. could run along from here. Try and tap that 99600 zone. What time are we on? 10 minutes till the start of a new 1 hour candle. I'm going to wait for this. So there you can see, ladies and gentlemen, that the 1 hour candle is looking like it's doing a sharp rejection from the lows to try and come up and recover this vector. So I've got to wait until the start of a new 1 hour candle before I even consider anything, because then we have the problem of the new 1 hour candle recovering the wick. So we need to be very cautious and wait and see what happens. And this is critical with your trading. Like, don't just quickly come to the chart and see a little bit of movement and hope that's it now. I've got to get ready and start taking trades. You know, sometimes when you see me in my videos that I'm taking trades at speed, and I'm looking at the chart way beforehand and getting a feel for the actual move itself. All right, so I'm just going to sit tight and wait until the actual start of the new 1 hour candle, which is in 9 minutes time. And then that way we will know exactly, like, look, it looks like it wants to recover it, but there's no proof of it just yet. Got to sit tight and wait. Naturally, you would assume that it's going to continue higher, but I've got the start of a new 1 hour candle where there's a huge imbalance right here. So I've got to be very cautious with this imbalance right now. Very cautious. That 99600 zone could look to come in. Wait for the start of a new 1 hour candle, then we're good. Then we'll know exactly where we stand coming into value. The next value area that we'll be looking for is the 99860. So then that will be a good opportunity to try and take a long from here. But I need the new 1 hour candle to formulate. That's what I need. That way I'll know exactly where I stand. Here we go. You can see what's going on now. See how the chart narrative is changing. This is the crucial difference between, you know, making a decision that will rely. The movement of the chart right now probably induced a lot of people. Now it's sharply coming back. We're coming into the start of a new 1 hour candle. So I've got to be very cautious about this zone. Had I taken a long right now by the principle of the vector candle, I'd be in a bit of a situation. I'd be now pleading with the chart. Oh, come on, come back up, come back up. Fuck that. We don't want to do that. It's all about execution. So that's why we wait. New 1 hour candle will give us the understanding of what they're trying to achieve here. Now, you'll probably notice that I haven't really changed my size up much. Okay, I'm still in that 140 zone for lot sizes, and I'm still going to be opening about 5 to 10 trade sizes. You're probably wondering, when you're going to increase your size. Do I need to increase my size? No. We've nearly 3x the account on an initial deposit of 5K. Do I need to change what I'm doing? No. I say if I get the account all the way to about 25K, then I might increase this to 2. But then I'm creating more comfort in my positions. Because then as the account balance increases and I keep my risk size the same, the risk size has less of an effect on the balance. So now I can really start playing around with the ranges and start putting down, you know, taking certain plays where it's not going to affect my balance. Yeah. This is the problem that most new traders have, is they see a little bit of money, then they want to quickly start putting down more size. That's the quickest way for you to blow your account after you growing it. The idea is that we get to a certain point in the account where we can start putting down normal heavy lot sizes that I'm accustomed to. Now we're talking about 5, 10, 15 lot sizes. Yeah, that's where I'm looking at, in principle, where I'm looking to try and get the account to become, so you guys can see it firsthand. Yeah, where you see me building 10 positions at 1.4, I'm then going to be building 10 positions at 15 lots. Then you'll start seeing the deviations and why execution is so important when you are dealing with those lot sizes. Okay, the balance itself is nowhere near for us to actually start opening 15 lot sizes. Okay, especially at what we're at right now in terms of the leverage on the account. On my other account, no problem. I can drop down my leverage. I can put up more margin, and I'll be able to take advantage of those lot sizes. Here we go. Here we go. 3 more minutes. This is why we waited. Coming back into the current session's value area low, which is at 99500, and the point of control on the 1st of September, which is in and around the 9, what is it? Let me just get a pointer up. Yeah, between the 99490, 99500 zone. That's where the last point of control is. So I expect here we're well, near enough in this zone right here. So we're going to wait and see what we get. 2 minutes. Rejection of the 50 EMA. Looks like a promise to come and test the daily open. Come back into the vector candle recovery. They bounced away from it. Naturally, we'd expect them to come down lower. New 1 hour candle. Come on. 2 minutes. 950 zone. Simply the vector recovery principle could have trapped you, could have trapped traders there. Guys trading the hybrid. But we had the problem of the wick. We need to be very cautious with this. There's a gap there that they need to really fill the imbalance on. I'm waiting to see. Here we go. 1 more minute. Where we at? It's 40 seconds left. Do this. Right. Here we go. Getting busy. Here we are. New 1 hour candle. Here we go. Wick up there. That's okay. I'll sit tight for a sec. Spike, drop, spike, drop. Vectors? No? No vectors on the dollar. Trying to get an ebb and flow of price action. Started the new hour candle already. Dollar dominance is right there. Could come back into this later on, but it's this imbalance zone that I'm looking for with euro. If it violates this area here, then we are projecting the idea of them coming back into value down at the 99325 zone. I just need to wait and see if that's going to be the case. Recovery of the vector. I'm going to try and take a few trades off this. Let me see what the dominance of the dollar is showing here. Vector candles, I'm going for it. 2, 4, 6, 7. Open 7 trades. Let's see what we get. Just on the start of the new 1 hour candle, 5-minute time frame, resisting that 50 EMA. Tried to get above it here, failed. Tried to get here, failed. So now we are, in principle, going to be looking to try and move into value. We've got some movement right here. Might be able to take advantage of some more shorts at higher points. Had a short there. 7. Another short there. Concentration of orders inside a zone. Minute time frame. Green vector candle. Recovery is what I'm expecting right there. Got to sit through this drawdown deviation as such. Reluctant to add any positions just yet. Try and get them filled at a higher point in the chart. Let's see if it's going to do what I think it's going to do. Because we are resisting this point of control. Next bout of interest is that the 99 below the 9950 mark. They're building the shorts above key notable areas. Another short there. Very careful here. It could lead into a continuation higher into that red vector candle recovery, but it's the support of the daily open, the dollar that I'm looking at. Another position there. That puts me on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's me. Now I'm going to try and play this zone here. Resisting that point of control for the current session, going into the next point of control, which sits in the session of the 1st of September. Here we go. There's that red vector candle in that zone. That's what we wanted to see. 5-minute time frame resistance at the 50 EMA. Cool, happy days. 15-minute time frame. We've come up to spike into the wick, come back down to fill the imbalance that's in the chart. Ideally, what we're looking for is the imbalance down here. That's what we're looking for, because that is where the next bout of value is in the chart, resisting the VWAP itself, resist the 99620 area, going into the next value area zone, which is the 099325, which takes us into this zone right here, which sits at the vector candle recovery zone. So hopefully this move contains and sustains itself by the principle of the drop, the retrace, the continuation lower. And this is what we're looking for on the principle of the dollar dominance coming back up into this red vector candle zone, because we know full well that dollar, it likes to come back to vector candles. Okay, so let's just see how this narrative plays out. And if it works, then happy days. Let's go into the 1-minute time frame. See the recovery of the red vector candle. It's an aggressive move down, shake out the market, closes below the 50. So this area here is just a quick shakeout. Get ready to try and roll price down. Maybe if it can sustain it. So I just need to be cautious because it is a bit of a fast move right now. So we're ideally looking for that imbalance of the green vector down at the lows. So I just need to sit tight with it. Yeah, I wouldn't have had enough time to close that trade there because of how fast it happened. So in this area now, it's telling me something's brewing. Notice how it's all above the key 9950 zone. Dollar dominance. Takes a bit of a nosedive. Is that a vector candle? Yep, that's a vector candle. So we expect them to try and rip back up into that range. So we just got to sit tight for a sec. Here we go, a little gap down in euro. Daily open has been tested once, twice, a third test to come back up. This is where the drawdown could come in, 350. Okay, we're down 2% in the balance. Trying its hardest to hold this zone. We could run a couple of more shorts from here. 12, 13 trades right there. Now, I might be wrong on this, so I may be looking to get out of this trade. 530. Seems like this 966 zone seems to be a point of interest in the chart where value might reside. I just need to be very cautious with this drawdown. Rejected that area value so much. Market started off already as an imbalance. I'm waiting for this. This is what I'm looking for. This zone. Mini FTD in the zone there. FTDs fool the dealer, where the dealer makes the person believe that it's going up by the dip principle, trap them, shift out. Top of that, we got news coming out. So we're in 11 minutes, 8 minutes into the start of a new hour. The market knows that the US session is going to be opening later on, so it's going to start making its move and preparing price. Some interest happening right now. Very cautious. You can see how the account moves, fluctuates quite aggressively. Vector candle recovery on the dollar dominance chart right there, ladies and gentlemen. Clean rejection once, twice, 3 times from that zone. Can't get back up above that point. This area would be the deciding factor for price to roll over into the 9950 mark, come down into the 400 zone, which would be, in principle, our profit target zone. So from our entry from the start, we're looking for approximately 11 pips movement. And at least we're getting some faster plays here. At least we're getting some movement, you know, as compared to yesterday, which was an absolutely horrible day. Euro's bringing the pressure, man. That imbalance in the chart on dollar dominance is going to get realized. We just got the holding this daily open. We're just going to wait for that narrative to come into play. Look how aggressive Euro comes up, comes back down again. They're just quickly spiking the orders. People are buying right now. Orders are coming in for the market to buy. So Mr. Market Maker has that obligation just until he gets enough people. What have we got here? Balance. Imbalance. Balance. Now we're waiting for what? Imbalance. Imbalance says that we expect it to come back down to this zone right here. We go onto the hour time frame itself, and you can see that we do look like we want to try and come up in that vector candle zone. But we got this big wick right here that needs to be recovered. This imbalance right here in the chart. That's the important thing. And you can see how they've got, in the volume area here, you can see that the red vector candle that led price down to break the 50 comes back up because they triggered the shorts interest. They initiate the commitment of the shorts lower, brought price back up. So naturally, they've eaten that liquidity, built their shorts above key notable areas. Now Mr. Market Maker is going to try and make the intention to roll price back down into this area here to test the balance and test the daily open. That is really the whole goal of this move right now. We want to see the imbalance recovered in this wick zone right here, because there was a bit of a struggle right here. So we need to wait and see. Look at that sharp play back down, man. Really aggressive, sharp movements. Nothing's happening up here. 5-minute time frame. Resistance at the 50 EMA again. Drop, retrace, continuation to the downside. Now we're going to start seeing some movement. Ideally, I want to see a vector candle appearing on the break of the 950 zone. Crazy how last night we were waiting for it to break that high zone. Now we're at the point where it could come back down into it again. So the logic would say, just expect that movement to happen. Here we go. There's the move. We know there's vector candles down at these areas here. And of course, this area right here as well. The 940 mark, that really puts things into perspective, and the rejection of a certain volume value area zone. Recovery of the red vector candle in that range right there, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to try and see if we can get that initiation. Rejection on the 50 right there. 1 minute time frame. Looking like he wants to come back down. That would be the goal, where I would say, okay, enough is enough. Just get out of the trade kind of thing. Come on, Euro. Can dollar dominance come back up and recover that red vector? Tried it already. Euro rolling over. Let's have a look at the euro dollar yen. Trying to stabilize on this move up. Okay, USD CAD coming down. GBP USD struggling at that zone. Euro's going to lead the party first. Dollar euro, there it is. And dollar dominance. It's coming back up slowly but surely. Bitcoin doing nicely. What did I say to you, man? When Bitcoin moves up, euro goes down. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Madness. How Bitcoin goes up, euro goes down. Ethereum, still holding, not doing much. Aussie yen, creeping down. Now we're going to see a bit of trending to the downside. Dollar yen, dollar index come up into that red vector candle zone. Tested that 9950 zone, which is quite important. Needs to break it, otherwise I'm going to be out of this trade. I need to just be cautious with it. Interesting. Dominance looks like it's there. Careful here. I'm back up into the point of control for the session for euro. Gap down on the dollar. Got to be careful, man, because that imbalance down below is present. That green vector candle. Very cautious with it. Euro breaks above the 960 zone, I will get out. Take a loss. Testing that daily open again. This is where we could get the interest. Pause right there. Dollar holding that daily open. Good news for us. Euro still stabilizing in that zone. The fact that it's consolidating here, look at that, man. How quick they do it. Okay, so Euro's starting to make its track move now. There you go. That's what we wanted. There she goes. Big move. Man, I'm not even paying attention. Shit. What's going on here? Quick recovery of the green vector candle in the zone. Get ready to close out. Starting to make a move. What's going on? Hold on. No news coming out. Is anyone? No, nothing. Okay, let's keep an eye out here. Whoa. This is a bit of a fast move now. Need to be careful. Starting to make that test of that daily open. Dollar dominant. Something is going on here. Something is going on. What is happening right now? Something is happening. Something has to be happening. Something is brewing. This is not consistent with a good move. This is a news move. I've got to be careful. Haven't I got my indicators on for the news? Hold on, Tino. Sit tight. All currencies are on, so nothing interesting is happening right now. It's just a standard play. Okay, then. We ain't got to worry about anything. Just carry on as normal. Okay, maybe I'm going to look to try and close this off. We still might have the traction to the upside. I mean, to the downside with euro. I want to come and see that recovery. Ideally, the daily open is what I'm looking for. If I can get a test of the daily open coming into the next value area, which is the 099325 is what we want. We want that zone. Starting to pick up with strength. Dollar yen, dollar index going up into that zone right there. Are we going to see that play when we hit the 20K zone? Keep going. Keep going, euro. Come on. Seems like dollar's going to keep doing it. Euro's going to take a nosedive. How low will this go is the question. Coming into that green vector candle in that range right there. I mean, that would be a dream right there. There is nothing out there that has really caused this. Bitcoin, look at that. Look at that. I told you, when Bitcoin moves up, euro's taking a nosedive. Dollar yen's coming up. USD CAD's coming up. Bitcoin's doing that shit again. Look, gold's coming down. That's bad news. Be careful. I think I'm going to get out. Oh, yeah, we're going to need to get out of this. Yeah, let's get out of it. Going to continue? That's the question. Just a stop hunt. It looks like the strength could be present in there. Keep going. How long we got left until this candlestick finder? 40 seconds before I decide to get out of it. Yeah, let's get out, man. Why am I going to pay yourself, bro? Keep going. Go on, keep going. Yeah. Keep paying ourselves. Can't complain. Take some money off the table. A little bit more, maybe. Look, man, we caught the move, man. We caught the move. Might leave a little bit on the table just to see. Nah. Keep going. Keep going. Fuck it. Who cares? Not a bad start to the day. Because of last night. Right. Okay, so let's work out how many trades did we open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 trades out of 13. Can't complain about that, man. But did you understand the logic of what I was doing here? How we were breaking down the chart, right? All right, then. Look at that. Great reason to close. Great reason. Could try and run the move back up again, but there's a reason why it's just tanked like that. So I've got to be very careful with this. We could ride the retrace back up. Let's just add a little position here. Nah. Nah, we've done good today. I mean, look, we could take advantage of that. This is what you would call a V-shaped play. Go to the 1 minute time frame, you can see that. All right. But the narrative is dictating that they're moving the averages. Look, you just got to be very cautious with it. Hope you enjoyed that one. I hope it's making you understand, like, justifications to trade, ladies and gentlemen, reasons for opening entries and, going back into what we were understanding about the shorts being built inside this zone, looking at the imbalances of the dollar dominances as well. Look how they come up and look at that. That is just despicable, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely despicable. So tempted to run the long. That'll be a different video. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think. Mad love. Peace.